Right, hi YouTube, 84 King Martin here, and today I'm going to quickly show you on Gran Turismo 5. This is for beginners. It's just my way of doing it, how to make an easy million in 10 minutes. And basically, like I say, this is for beginners. This is just my method of doing it. And I've calculated that you can roughly make easy 10 million in 60 minutes, so because this will take you roughly 5 minutes per lap. There is another way of doing this as well. This is on the seasonal events, and you have to be in I think it's the Japanese 80s events, and select the circuit dealer sarthe. So I apologise about the quality. Just gonna do the replay in a minute and show you how to do it. And such thing, it involves a little bit of dirty driving, but hey, if it works, who really gives a shit? So, but this is my way of doing it. So, and the car I'm using is Lancer X 1800 SR IC Turbo 83, and the performance points maximum for this race is 500, I think. The car I'm using is got performance points of 330. So the price you get is 207,000, but if your performance points are lower, you get even more. And roughly, I was scooping last time on it, and just over 1,034,000 credits. So not too bad. For some reason it's come down slightly now, I don't know why. I've been using the same car, but roughly you should just scoop over under 900,000 or just over a mil, depending on what car you're using. So I'm going to quickly do the replay and show you what you got to do, and here we go. So there is another method as well. If you check out a guy called Oink83, he's got a method of how to make easy money for beginners as well. So check his videos out. Google him or YouTube search him. There's Oink8383, and just search his channel. But this is just, like I say, this is my way of doing it for beginners, sort of thing. I still use this method because it's fairly easy. And Circuit Dealer Sarthe is one of my favourite courses, and one of the ones I've mastered. So mainly because it's straight, if anything. But here we go. So I managed to get the Ferrari F1 doing this, the Ferrari F1 2010, and also the Polyton Digital, or better known as the Formula Gran Turismo, using this method. So here we go. This is what you got to do. I'm just going to stick the vid on now for you. So excuse my farting, but that's a different matter. Right, so this is the start of the race, obviously. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit better on this. Obviously I can't, because it's not going to let me do it while I'm thing. So this is what you do. Obviously you're in 12th position to start with. And what it involves is just like some corner cutting, basically, like I'm doing. What you want to be doing is stuff like this. By that time you should be in 10th position. Keep following round the course. Also, so like you should be in 10th by now. Because this is Circuit Dealer Sarthe 2009, you can cut the course fairly easy. So when you get to this blue and yellow bit, to keep up your speed, what I do is just normally cut across here. By that time you should have bagged at least 8th or 9th, so I'm in 8th position now. And the fun method is, the fun bit is in a minute. This is how you jump quite a lot of positions. No, I'm using only a 83 Mitsubish, like I said at the beginning of this. So, right, you're going to get to chicane in a minute. because it cuts off. What you want to do with this chicane is do what I'm doing here. Go straight down the middle. Be careful you don't hit the bump, the barrier in the middle, as you'll obviously fuck up a bit. But at time you should have at least nicked 6th or potentially 5th. You can get even 4th doing this method. Then just slipstream the guy down the road here. Keep an eye on the cars behind of you because you are relatively slow compared to them and they can overtake you. What I tend to find to do is on the middle of in the road is just to stand in the middle and just deliberately swerve in front of them to keep them behind you, because it fucking infuriates them, and it also guarantees that you keep the position. What you're supposed to do is the same thing what you did on the first one, not the fuck up I obviously did. By that time you should have at least 4th, or you should have nicked 3rd, but I fucked up a bit. Like I say, do what I'm doing to keep the guy behind you. Say you should be in at least 4th or 5th by now. Don't worry if the other guys are too far ahead of you. Just keep driving the way you're doing. Try to not overshoot the braking and go off the course too much. Like I say, the best way to keep them behind you is just to stay directly in the middle of the road. Keep checking behind you to see how far they are, because sometimes they can sneak up on you a bit. But if you keep directly in the middle of the road, I've found they don't seem to really try to overtake you much, but it's only if you swerve around a bit too much or stay on the side of the road going up the straights, they'll try and nab positions off of you. But I tend to find if you stand in the middle of the road, nothing seems to happen much. They seem to stay behind you. So right, you're coming up to should be coming up to the end of the first lap in a minute. Like I say, if I do what I'm doing, if they go to overtake you, just gently nudge into the side of them, and they usually brake and back off a bit, so then they'll be behind you still. They don't really seem to overtake or be too aggressive with it in this one, which is a relief to know. This bend here is easy to take. It's not as hard as it looks. You can get around it without even braking if you're clever enough and if you come into it enough on the side. Same with this one here. If you deaccelerate a little bit and ease off the acceleration, you should get through this one fairly easy as well. Just tap the brake a little bit if you feel you're understeering and going over to the side of it too much. But you should still be in 4th, hopefully, and not have lost it. When you get to this chicane here, this is what you do. You do what I do here. Just jump across the sand and the blue and yellow bit, and that will get you close up to the guy in 3rd position. And the other cars behind you should seem to be a fair distance behind, because they seem to take a couple of seconds to get around that chicane, which is odd. Same method again here. Cut across the chicane. Try and do it like I'm doing so you don't hit both sets of sand, and then you should be in 3rd, coming close up to the guy in 2nd. Same method applies again. Where the blue and yellow is, cut across it, so to save you having to brake round that chicane or the bend, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a bend, not a chicane. And you should be kind of closing in on him by now, so the second position nearly nabbed. There you go, you can see I'm just about to take second place. Like I say, it might be a bit of a dirty, cheating way of doing it, but this is the way I got the Python 1 and my Formula 1 F10, so it works, and it takes only roughly 5 to 10 minutes to do 2 laps, and you get just over a mil for it. And a decent amount of experience, which I'll show you at the end. And it takes roughly just an hour to get 10 mil, so it's fairly easy, especially for the beginner. All you got to do is just go into the seasonal events and select the 80s event. I think it's 80 something in a way. Just look for the one that's got the chicane in it. I think yes, the Japanese 80s or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but there's another one you can do which is called the four-wheel drive one as well. It's got the same course in it, and you can nab a million in that as well. With the same sort of method. Right, as you see, I've just got in front of the guy there, so you should be in first place. All the case it is now is just defending the position. I apologise about the camera quality. I'm only using a phone to do this, so hopefully one day I'll get my capture card set up so I can video stuff like this. Right now it's just a case of just getting home and dry without the other guys getting in front of you, which is fairly easy to do. Like I say, just a case of staying in the middle of the road and making sure they don't try and overtake you, and if they do try and overtake you, just deliberately get in their path and sway in front of them. You don't lose any speed on this particular track doing that method, so you should be fine. And you don't have like multiple cars up your arse as well, so which is good. So it's not like NASCAR, you haven't got to worry about spinning out or anything or some crap like that. Just to note that the guy in first position originally in this race when you start is a Mazda, as you can see there, and he can be pretty quick, so just be careful of that because he's slightly more powerful than you are, but no biggity. If you keep swaying around in front of him, he should stay behind you like the other cars do. It doesn't really go to overtake you much, so only if you deliberately give him a chance to, that will happen. There you have it. So I would show you the price, but do trust my word on it. You get roughly just over a mil for it, so try it. And it's just the same method over when you get to the end, so all I'm going to do is just skip this now. So that's if it will let me exit. Right, that's what you do basically. When you get to the end of that, you should get a decent amount of experience. I'll show you what it's. The event you want to do is the Japanese 80s festival. So on the circuit, do the Sarthe 2009. So this has been my video on how to get a mil in less than 10 minutes and 10 million in an hour. So for beginners. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and like I say, check out Oink's channel for more other guides on money making. Just Google him, Oink 8383. So this is 84 King Martin. Cheers for watching.